Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making this pudding, a date pudding. I don't know why they call it a pudding when it's actually a cake, but anyway. So first you're going to start by taking some chopped dates. It can be like kind of finely chopped, but not too much. Now we're going to go ahead and add some baking powder. Then we're going to go ahead and add boiling hot water. And then you can just give it a mix with a spoon. Just a light mix, just to make sure that the baking powder went everywhere. And then just keep that aside, I mean. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and take another bowl, and you're gonna go ahead and add some brown sugar and some white sugar. Okay, make sure you add the brown sugar, it's very important to this recipe. And then you're gonna go ahead and add some softened butter. Okay, make sure it's kind of soft, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to get it incorporated with the sugar. So just really mix this together. Well, you can use a whisk, a spatula, or even an electric beater. Now we're going to go ahead and add one egg, and now you want to switch to a whisk, because here it's like when you have something to do with eggs, it's always better to use a whisk. And this is one of the places where we're going to try and get as much air into this cake as much as like we can, so that it's not like a dense pudding. I really don't know why they call it a pudding. Okay, now you want to make sure you mix it really well, because you don't want any lumps of just sugar and butter there. So you want to make sure it's all really mixed in. Now, if you have vanilla essence, you want to go ahead and add that. I will tell you the measurement for that, but I do not have. The substitute for that is honey. So when I use honey, I didn't get any egg flavor, which is what you are looking for. So if you have vanilla, you can use that instead of honey. If you have honey, you can use that instead of vanilla. Okay, so you want to go ahead and add your honey, and then give it a mix with your your whisk. Okay, and make sure that's incorporated into this as well. Okay, now next step, you're gonna go ahead and take a sieve. I don't know why I'm getting mixed up today. You're gonna take a sieve, and you're gonna add half of the amount of flour that you have, because I have a small whisk because I don't know where my big one went. Okay, and then add the other half. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our baking powder. Okay, yes, more baking powder for the cake. Okay, it's important, just add it in, and then go ahead and do this, like just mix it in. I'm folding it but not folding it, so just whatever I'm doing. Okay, I really don't think there's a name for this, because I don't think it's a kind of technique. So just mix it in. Okay, but make sure you don't go too rough on it, otherwise you might get rid of all the air that is there that you tried to incorporate. Okay, now it's supposed to be pretty thick. Yes, it's supposed to be that thick. Okay, we're gonna add some milk to it though, but you want to make sure you don't add all of the milk at once. Okay, add it little by little, otherwise it's gonna be really hard to incorporate into this thick batter. Okay, so add half of your milk, mix it in, and add the other half as well. Okay, now that it's all mixed in, you're going to go ahead and add those dates, but you want to make sure you have already strained the dates. You don't want to add the dates with the water. Okay, so add those dates, but make sure you strain it up, and then just fold it into the mixture. Okay, that's it. You're basically done. This is a super simple recipe, and it's great to have it like during tea time. So that's what you want to do. Now I'm going to show you a trick to do it for like putting it in a pan. So first you want to take your baking paper, your parchment paper, whatever you call it, or butter paper, and then fold it into half, then half again. Then do what I'm doing now, because I don't know how to explain it. Just do what I'm doing now. Okay, super easy, super simple. This is just so that you get a perfect circle for your baking tin or whatever. Then you want to go ahead and turn over the tin and put that tip part of the parchment paper to the middle. Okay, and then just make a small snippet, almost just a small teeny snippet, okay, for the parchment paper, and then go ahead, remove the baking tin and cut that out. Okay, just cut it out, just a small like sort of snippet. Okay, I am making sure it is a little more curved so that it'll fit like a circular tin better. Now you can see that when I open it up, which I'm gonna do in a second, it's a perfect circle and it will fit the baking tin like perfectly, just like it's so that you won't have any too much excess on the sides. And then I just make sure I grease the sides with some oil. Okay, make sure you grease the sides with some oil. I just don't like adding parchment paper to the side as well because I just feel it's not necessary sometimes. Now I'm going ahead and adding the batter to the baking tin, and you want to go ahead and bake this in a preheated oven, and the measurements, timing, all of it in the description box down below. And then just shake up the tin before baking it, and that's it, you're done. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share and subscribe. Bye.